Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. This is the big man Boisterous coming to you with some gold League Goodiness out of the Shakuris Plateau. Down here in the bottom left-hand corner, we have xSliceNDicex spawning in as the red Protoss, and up here in the top right, we have his opponent invzergtroll spawning in as the blue Zerg. As this game starts off, I would like to point out that I am trying to make it so that everything, all the videos that I release, I'm trying to get them down to a one-part video. So this game is probably going to be like on the side. I'm going to try to keep it sped up for most of the early parts of the game where not a whole lot's going on, and then the end part of the game where more one person's army is just steamrolling the other ones, just to really try to condense it so that these videos don't take that long. Also, I'm trying to spotlight some of the action and really get more of these replays out to everybody, and this is how I can really manage to do it. As this game starts off, we had the players bantering about how they think that they've played before, at least Slice and Dice does, and Slice and Dice saying that he remembers playing this guy 2 weeks ago. Wow, that is a long memory. A really, really long memory. Slice and Dice did go for a gateway at the front, and he's going for another gateway. I'm surprised he didn't go like gateway forge. We did have a 15 hatch, 16 hatch? I think it was like a 16 hatch after spawning pool by xSliceNDicex, which is interesting, and it does look like he's going to be going for a fast third as well. Both of these, he's just going to be massing up a crew of zealots right now, and the zealots are going in to try to take out something, and these zerglings are not going to be enough to hold this off, especially because they're speedless. The roaches are on the way, but the roaches are not going to be nearly done by the time these zealots hit this base, and these zealots might be able to do a whole lot of damage to this base, maybe even kill it. 8 zerglings are coming out. I think that if the zealots just focus down this base, they're going to be able to manage it, but it does not look like they're going to be doing that. They're getting distracted by these lings that are popping out, and the other lings just popped out and they're streaming down, and the zealots are going to go down. That attack was not quite worth it, I have to say, out of Slice and Dice. He did manage to force 4 extra sets of lings, but when you lose 3 zealots for 4 sets of lings, even though zealots aren't that expensive when you think about it early game, I still don't think it's worth it, especially because xSliceNDicex just has so much larva production setting up on 3 bases already. He's going to have plenty of workers. I don't think he's going to be in any issue for that. He is going for pretty heavy roach force. He did a bit of poking with those zerglings, but they were quickly turned away by the 3 cannons that are pretty menacing. It does look like a gateway is coming down from Slice and Dice as I slow this game down to really, because I think the action's about to start up. So yeah, we have xSliceNDicex not doing a whole lot really, just kind of sitting on his hands, droning up, so basically playing Zerg. And yeah, there's not a whole lot going on in this game, as I got that wrong, so I am going to be speeding it back up again. It does look like we have 2-gate production, a second Stargate coming out. This is going to be bad for xSliceNDicex. He has absolutely no anti-air and no real ability to produce anti-air past queens, and he only has 1 queen at each base. I don't think any of his queens have enough mana to transfuse. Ah, nope, nothing. Not enough purples on the map. Yeah, this is not going to be good for xSliceNDicex. He has a lot of larva stockpiled, but he has no layer, he has no evo chamber. He's not going to be able to do a whole lot, as he does try to get us around on this stalker, but it's just not going to happen. His 2 void rays, if they pop out and go attack, they're going to be able to do a ridiculous amount of damage. Not a whole lot going on in the game. I'm very surprised that he's not trying to attack with these void rays, as they would be able to do a terrible amount of damage and completely shut down this, a couple bases at least. They'd probably be able to kill the lair if he really wanted it. They'd probably be able to kill this hatchery, and if they got the lair in that hatchery, it would be game over. It wouldn't even matter anymore. So I think that he's really not being aggressive enough with these void rays. I think that if you go for such fast void rays, you need to get them out on the map to really recoup the cost. He does have the void ray. He's going for a pretty heavy push with his stalker ball, stalker zealot and void ray ball, but I don't know, the layer's already done. He's dropping a hydralisk then. This is probably gonna, Troll's gonna be able to hold this off pretty well. He might lose a third though if Slice and Dice plays this well, and I think he is going to play this well, so looks like Zergtroll is going to be losing his third right here, which is not an optimal position to be in if you're playing as the Zerg pieces, especially against a Protoss that did such a fast expand. It looks like Slice and Dice is even going for a third to back up this push, which is a very threatening thing. You never really want to be in a economic deficit versus a Protoss, and it looks like that's what he's going to be forced into. 10 Hydralisks are coming out, so this push is looking a lot less scary at the moment, but these Banelings are going to roll in, and they're going to be wasting their entire lives on all of the Stalkers instead of going for the Zealots. Good choice. I'm extremely surprised that he just moved his Banelings into there instead of trying to get them in between the Zerglings and the Zealots, or the Zealots and the Stalkers, and actually doing a lot more damage. But it does look like the Hydralisks are going to be out, and the Hydralisks are going to have no issues cleaning up these Void Rays. All the Void Rays are going to go down. He's going to take out a bit of, actually quite a bit of money with these Void Rays. He dropped 6 Hydralisks there for 4 Void Rays, which is a fairly even trade. It's not amazing for the Protoss, it's not amazing for the Zerg. I would say that they came out about even. He could go for another one, but he didn't quite micro that Void Ray well enough to get that last Hydralisk that he could have gotten down. He is going into double Robo production with a Colossus Bay coming up, so we are going to be seeing some double Colossus coming out of Slice and Dice, which is a very, very scary thing to see. Infestors are coming out for Zergtroll, so that's pretty standard. I think some Infestors with some Bane Rain will be able to absolutely destroy a Colossus Stalker Ball, even with the Void Rays, because he has a fairly reasonable Hydralisk count right now. And if he attacks the front, I think that's a bad choice. He might be able to burst through here, but with these sentries, it would be iffy at best. Because these sentries would be able to force field his army, and a second force field going down. Interestingly timed second force field, I'll call it. I'm not going to call it badly timed, but definitely interesting. Not the greatest choice on a time. Slice and Dice is going to lose his third now, so the Zerg is going to be coming back with an attack on the third, and this third didn't really do anything for Slice and Dice. So neither of the players have really had an effective third up. Zergtroll's was kind of effective, but it didn't have all that many drones. I think it had like 12 when it died. And Slice and Dice has taken the supply lead with these 2 Colossi. And this force is very scary. If he pushes out right now, I think he has a pretty good chance of winning the game, because he'll push out before Infestors are ready, before really anything's ready, and those force fields are pretty reasonable, stopping a lot of the roaches from being able to attack, forcing a lot of them into a funnel, kind of, for these Colossi, and neither Colossi has taken a hit yet. I'm very surprised at him backing off right now. There are 23 roaches in production, but only 2 Hydralisks. And 3 Void Rays can take on 4 Hydralisks and win. So, you know, interesting to be backing off right now. He is going for Protoss ground weapons level 2, which is a very nice choice. Protoss ground weapons with this many Colossi that are coming out, which is another 2 to add to the 2 already on the field, are going to be able to pretty easily clean up this army. Even though it is very heavily Roach based, I'm surprised to not see something to really hard counter the Colossi. And there is the Stalker, or the Spire coming down. Man, I'm saying a lot of things today. There's the Spire dropping down. He's going to be getting Corruptors out, I would guess. I don't think he's going to be going for any sort of heavy Mutalisk harass play this late in the game. Although really he could do a lot of damage to this production, because all this production is very tightly clumped up. And if he got like 10 Mutalisks, he could easily take out both of these Robo facilities, maybe even the Robotics Bay, which would do a whole lot of damage to Slice and Dice, and maybe even just straight up win Zergtroll the game.